Hi Aquarius, welcome to Readings of Luz. This is your reading for January 2023. I hope you guys had a happy new year. This reading is going to be between you and a noun, a person, place, or thing that you are dealing with. So really just apply it to how it resonates. Remember that what might resonate with you today might not tomorrow, and vice versa. My readings are guided and protected by balance, truth, and healing. So keep that in mind. Know that this is a judgment-free zone. I cannot judge you because you are my mirror, and vice versa. So let's get started here. Aquarius. Between you and a noun here. Spirit, we're going to need some cards here for Aquarius and their noun for the month of January 2023. Okay, we got the Five of Swords, the Hierophant, Temperance, wow, Knight of Cups, Seven of Cups, the Moon, the Ten of Wands, the Hermit, Knight of Pentacles, and overall advice, Nine of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. Okay, we're going to get some clarity. But I'm sensing that you are, okay, this can go two ways. You have finished the year and starting this new year with either learning to let this go or still struggling to let this go. So it can go either those ways. With learning not to compare yourself so much and thinking that everything's a competition. The Five of Swords is letting me know that you have this tendency of always thinking that you have to compare yourself with how you think, with how you speak, with how you see through your third eye. Because being an Aquarius, you are ruled by swords. You are ruled by air. Swords rule logic, communication, words, third eye. So you are very powerful in this area of seeing the world in a different way. Which is ironic because then why would you have to compare yourself, right? But you are still learning this. You're still learning and maybe still even a little struggling for some of you guys in learning to let this go. You are trying to, you have people looking up to you. Perhaps because of this power that you have with I'm getting maybe you have, if you're working at work, you have like power over other people, like authority. But it doesn't have to be. You have people looking up to you. Maybe two or more I'm seeing here. People look up to you and want to know what you have to say about certain things. Like if people need clarity, like I don't know what to do with this. Aquarius, can you help me? You are going to be there. And you're going to help them with as much as you can. Lately, up until now, you are struggling with really helping people because you are figuring out how to help yourself right now. I'm getting that you, with the Hermit here, between you and this noun, both of you guys need to take some time alone if you are dealing with a person. Whatever you're dealing with, you need to take some time alone. Let me just get that out of the way now. Because you have the power to be the Hierophant. You have the power to be a guide, a teacher, someone to enlighten people in a way that someone would consider a preacher. The Hierophant is someone who is connected to society's way of looking at spirituality. When I say society, it's like this can be between a house, like in a household or family, or literally society. But you carry this way of seeing your spirituality, Aquarius, through some sort of society's way. And maybe that's why you're still kind of, you're kind of being stuck. You're having a hard time moving forward, and we'll get into your noun right now. But right now with you are still learning how to move forward because one, you lack patience. When it comes up to your future, you lack patience. You think everything's a race. You think everything needs to come like this because you see it so clearly. So why isn't it here? And I'm not, once again, I'm not judging you. Like, I see this because I understand this, right? Like, I feel this. It's like if we see something and we know it's for us and we know it's supposed to be here and we know, like, then why isn't it here? The universe is saying, well, first of all, you still are learning how to shed and stop in and thinking that everything is a competition and or a comparison game. No one is like you, and not everything's a competition. You need to let that go so that your present moment can really find that inner clarity to really guide those people around you, including yourself. And maybe you don't have two people or more looking up to you. Maybe this is your yin and yang, your masculine, feminine, your light and dark, that is needing clarity and guidance through your inner God. And your inner God is clouded because of the comparison, because of the competition. And this is an inner dialogue. Swords are ruled, once again, by logic and words. This is an inner dialogue. You think you have to be this way. And sometimes, maybe once upon a time, you did have to be this way, Aquarius, thinking, well, I am the best. Like, when you compare yourself in this way of like, well, I'm the best and no one's like me. Or you think of like these situations in your mind, and then like you're having to defend yourself with people and places in your mind. It's all in your mind, okay? And maybe it's happened in real life, and maybe that's why you entertain them now. But the universe is saying the future is so bright, Aquarius. The future is so bright. Look at the advice from the universe. The future is so bright. The only person who's getting in the way right now is you and your need of having to constantly get out there. Now, if some of you guys have been taking the time, and when I say you need to take some time alone, you're like, well, I've taken the time alone. Are you kidding me? I'm always alone. Then you need to get out, okay? So this can either be, if you're too out, you need to go in. If you've been too in, you need to get out, okay? Your noun tried to offer you something in the past, and maybe you turned it down because there was just too much on your plate. That can be for some of you guys. Something tried to come in, and it caused some confusion here between you or with your person, whatever you're dealing with. It caused a lot of confusion. And they were already confused to begin with, but offering this has really cleared some things up, but at the same time also confused the heck out of them even more. So they need to really figure themselves out with their emotions. They're a very emotional person. You might be dealing with a water sign. Doesn't have to be. But I'm sensing this person's very emotional, still learning how to follow their intuition, and they tried to offer you something here in the past. Both of you guys have a lot on your plate. Maybe that's why you haven't taken this. Maybe that's why you don't want to take this. This is why they're confused, because they're still carrying a lot of crap. And when I say crap, it's not crap. They probably have a lot of things tied with their family with them, or they have, and vice versa with you. They probably have a lot of things tied with work and friends and just callings. Their inner soul is calling them in many directions, and that's why it's just too much right now when it comes up to this situation with you and this noun. The universe is saying you need to find your inner truth, and so do they. And that can happen when you take the time to be alone if you've been too much around other people, and you need to just quiet your mind and really figure out where you've been up until now in this way with your inner truth. The hermit is on top of the mountain. He's gone through the dark night of the soul. He's carrying a lantern representing his inner truth. He is not fearful of the dark shadow because he's gone through the dark night of the soul. Nothing can shake him, nothing can confuse him, because he's taken the time to go through the dark. With his inner truth, though, he doesn't let the darkness consume him and possess him. He goes through it knowing that, you know what, I'm going to go through this, and this is what I believe in while I'm going through this. So when I'm going through this, I can learn. I can see it all in a new way because this is what I believe in. You need to do this, or you've been doing this, and now you need to go out and put it into practice. I want to get some clarity here. Let's get some clarity on the Hierophant for you. No, let's get some clarity on all these 3 cards for you. 5 of Swords clarified with the King of Pentacles. Hierophant clarified with the 5 of Cups. Temperance clarified with the Ace of Wands. So maybe once upon a time you had you had it better than you did now. And maybe that's why you constantly have to compare yourself when people have it maybe a little bit better than you now. You compare yourself and being like, well, I had all that. Like comparing yourself in a way of like, well, I had it all. Had or have, you know? I'm sensing this in a way of like, you used to have it. Maybe you think you still have it now, but this is in the past. You used to have it. Not saying that you can never have it again. But the way you're comparing yourself, you need to be a little bit more realistic. The way you are dealing with your anxiety and your tendency to defend yourself with yourself or out loud, it doesn't matter. You have to be real with yourself. How are you defending yourself? Are you kidding yourself? Are you looking at a past version of you that's old? Like it's gone. Like, so why are you still thinking that you can bring up that past version of you to make yourself feel better? Like, no. I'm not trying to bring you down here. You need to face this shadow sense of thinking like, no one's like me. No one can ever be like me. And that's good, Aquarius. Once again, this is good, but it's not good if it's keeping you stuck from really seeing things in a new way. With the 5 of Cups and the Hierophant, I'm getting that you have learned to you're still learning this. Like you're still in the middle of learning this. Learning to let things go. Because whatever you let go was supposed to be let go. Like some of it was so toxic. So toxic. Maybe that's why you look back and you're like, well, like I'm sensing a lot of looking in the past for you. It's January, Aquarius. It's a new year. No pressure, no rush. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm telling you, you should have a bit more patience with the Temperance here. Have more patience with yourself. Something is going to call you, or something has been calling you towards the future in a new way. Be patient with it and learn to alchemize whatever this way of defending yourself and protecting yourself. Learn to alchemize it in a new way. Instead of thinking, oh, well, no one's like me, ha ha ha, and get in this like defensive mode. Instead of thinking like that, think of, well, what is this person about? What is this thing about that can teach me something new so I can add it to my jack of all trades here. Let's get some clarity on your noun. For the Knight of Cups for your noun, we got the 7 of Wands. For the 7 of Cups, we got the King of Wands. And for the Moon, we got the 4 of Wands. This person, if it is a person, just wants stability. This person wants to feel like they can love themselves and love you. They can, if this is a person, if it's a job or anything else, whatever this is, wants to feel like they have an empire. They have it all under control because of you, because of them, because of this union of some sort. They are learning to see it all in a new way like you. I feel like they've been really taking the time to figure out what really calls their heart. They're, like I said, they're very emotional in a good way, which makes their willpower move in certain ways because of their emotions. It's like, you know, when you go get a haircut, like no one's forcing you to go do that, but you are something in you that wants to change, that wants to feel better, pushes yourself to go get a haircut. That's just an example. This person has been doing that for a while now. I want to say for the past 7 years, 7 months, 7 weeks, doesn't matter. And they are perhaps a little tired. I'm getting that they might be a little tired. But that's only because they can be their own worst enemy. And like all of us, right? They're still learning how to channel that inner knowing, that inner God. And they want to continue doing that, learn how to handle their shadow self, their inner God, that intuition with a stable home, in a stable home. They don't want to do it alone. They can do it alone. Trust me, they can do it alone, but they don't want to. 10 of Wands here. Clarity for the 10 of Wands. 9 of Cups. Hermit. Knight of Swords. And Knight of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. I'm sensing a lot of and like a lot of it when both of you come together, you and this noun. And both of you take your time, not rushing with so much to say. Like, oh, I have so much to say to you and so do I. Like, no. Learn to walk away, learn to let go, and prioritize, both of you. This is for both of you. Prioritize what you want to keep and what you want to let go with family, friends, purposes, and emotions. You know, like what have you and this person been entertaining lately with your emotions, numbing yourselves with lately to keep yourselves feeling like everything's okay? You need to shed and let go some of these cups in some of these wands. There's a lot of potential here. That's all I'm going to say. So much potential here, Aquarius, and I hope this helped. Advice is just learn to let go of people, places, or things. More specifically, your own emotions and your own actions that keep you stuck in the past. Okay? I will talk to you guys soon again. Subscribe, like, comment. You already know. Thank you.